FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
I'm going to give you two examples of office light conditions. I just wanted to show you two different standard office lighting conditions. And this is just a daylight condition. So you see, it's done in our laboratory. You see the daylight spectrum, and you have a vertical illuminance of 1300 lux. And just to show you as a demonstration, which I think it's already self-explaining, so with only artificial light, and you have almost 200 lux of illuminance in a vertical direction. And the main difference are, of course, in the spectrum. So you have this continuous, more or less continuous spectrum with daylight, but you do have only a very poor spectral composition with artificial light, and these peaks are due to the molecules in the fluorescent tubes. And just to mention, this is a standard office illumination, and it's not something which is it's causing glare. So there's no discomfort glare, and there is good visual comfort in this artificial light condition, which is of course a light condition which when we are working during the night we have this kind of light condition. So now the case study done on our laboratory. So this is the schematic of an office we did in a single room with the anidolic daylighting system you already saw before. So what we did, we were just wondering on measuring the vertical illuminances at the eye level of a potential occupant. So we wanted to know how much light is really coming to a potential occupant's eye level. So, and we measured the vertical irradiances and we compared it with the blue enriched polychromatic lighting. Why did we do that? So there are several publications where they showed artificial lighting scenarios with a very blue enriched artificial light. They showed that they could alleviate for example, sleep quality and performance and productivity. So, which is already a good sign. So, we wanted to see how is it compared to a daylight condition. And so, this is just shown the time course for daylight and for the artificial light. So you can see. So we divided the weather conditions into three main skies, so overcast, intermediate, and clear sky. And we did that during a normal working day from 9 to 5 p.m. And there are two main differences. So in gray on the light, you see that this is the artificial or the blue enriched light, and you see that there is a peak in the blue range, which is pretty strong. So in red is the overcast sky, in blue the intermediate sky, and in yellow the clear sky. So for the overcast sky, you can see that almost or never during the whole day it was higher than the artificial blue enriched light source. This is in contrast to the clear and the intermediate sky, which were starting at 11 higher than and up to let's say 3 p.m. higher than the artificial light source. So this is and also there was a greater variability with these two light conditions. So this led us to an interesting or I think it's an interesting question. What does this mean for the circadian system? So the circadian system, we wanted to weight this also. So we weighted the circadian sensitivity, and we did that. So we measured. So we introduced a factor which was based on the sensitivity curve you saw before. So we weighted this factor, we integrated wavelength and irradiances, and we found that for clear and intermediate sky there was a higher irradiances during most all of the day, and there was no difference to the blue enriched light source, which is shown as this blue line for an overcast sky.